All right, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We got semifinals here of the weekly tournament. Demonic Society versus Naji Yaiba. I believe that's how I say that. So this matchup, we don't see Nuwa very often, and I'm always surprised to not see Nuwa that often because I'd like people to prove that she's, in A tier and not actually in A minus. But we'll have to see. This is an A tier and below event, by the way. So I didn't mean I'd like to see that she's not, able to be played. But just a lot of people tell me that she is A tier, and I haven't seen anybody actually utilize her well enough. I think she's got the potential to be. She's very, I don't know. She's weird. Now she overcommitted a little bit to that buff. Took a little bit more time than he needed to. You gotta be careful here with the 3, but Demonic wasn't ready to pull the trigger on that. Not sure why he didn't. Naji, by the way, is playing from EU. To get here, Naji first rounded Cosmos. Cosmos did go Kuzenbo. So he felt like going Kuzenbo this time around. And Naji's actually on Guan Yu and took him out there. Ooh, nice response from Demonic. His first wave might not have been great, but he's fighting back well. And then Demonic, actually, to get here, took out Shadow Venom. So, big tournament of upsets here. Clown Fiesta, if you will. On the other side of the bracket right now, we have Jabber against Hawken. And the winners of these two games will face off. You see Agni going for the Bancroft's builds here. Incredibly strong. Ooh, this is going to be big. No, actually not that much damage. If you have Bancroft's, probably more damage. But he's both players look comfortable here. Boxing with each other. Sustain should go to Demonic. He had more room for pots. But it looks like he's expended most of them anyway. So he took a lot of early poke. Good shots from Demonic. Just pressuring Naji a lot here, and good dash away. Of course, also gonna burn the creeps. Very nice shots, and that's not gonna take any mana either from Naji. Wow, I think that 2 just missed. Bracer helped both of them in those engagements because it refunded their mana too. Something I always like to remind people that Bracer does because it's definitely an underrated part of it. You can use a big rotation of abilities and get a decent amount of mana back. It's pretty crazy. Agni forced the back here. Naji, does he have enough for his 3 too? Yeah, I guess he's about to. There you go. Still taking a little while to clear it though, so he's probably going to guarantee a red buff for Agni. It is awkward. If he gets called lazy back in here, which he really might, no dash available for Naji there. Probably was almost within range of an ult shot or the Noxious Fumes though. Noxious Fumes, like the one of the best known ways to annoy the shit out of someone and stop them from backing repeatedly. Has such a wide reach. And just the tiny ticks of damage that it does, it's like so inconsequential. It just pisses you off even more. Like I really got hit by that. This is what's stopping me. Benny Sue, thank you so much for the 2 months. I really appreciate it. So yeah, red buff does go to Agni. It's always unfortunate when you force them to back first, but then you overcommit to the oncoming wave. Thinking that you can clear it, I guess, faster than you can, or thinking that you have more, sustain than you have, and then you're forced to retreat, give it to them anyway. Ooh, that could have been real costly. If Naji hit that, that would almost definitely be a death for Demonic, but he gets him anyway. What was that? That was Agni that says that? It was a terrible play. Damn, man. It's a community event, son. That's, just cutting off the path there with the 3 was great. Surprised to see Demonic not opt into his ult sooner to try to just reposition himself. But really great presence from Naji here. Looking very strong. Agni is something that we've seen in these tournaments a lot. Could he be better than I have him on my tier list? Maybe. With Bancrofts right now, he looks incredibly strong, and that's definitely something. Wow, he used the bracer there for the cooldown and almost hits him with the ult, but just misses it. Uh-oh. Nah, I hate those creeps. This is why I hate Nuwa, because... Oh, shit. Oh, no. You dead, man. You dead. Demonic goes for the bold play, but does not pay off for him. As he 3'd the creeps for the stun, but Agni was no longer there. I think foregoing the Bancrofts here and going straight into the boots with Sands of Time is a big part of what's costed him here in this early engagement, or in these early engagements. Like I was saying, for a couple of matches ago, it really is such a defining early game item right now for the mages. So passing up on it makes you so much weaker. It's like the difference of having a 450 pot back in the day when there were 450 pots to start, and not having one, except you don't have to pay the extra gold. You don't have to pay the 450. You're just choosing to have this inherent advantage. The only thing that you're trading off is a tiny bit of sustain in that for the first for the first 2 or 3 waves, because you can't go as many pots. But it's still absolutely absolutely ideal to have it and just make do with that, with those first 2 waves or first 3 waves, whatever, first rotation. Demonic taking a lot of swings, had a lot of misses here. And Naji's just hot on his trail. Get it? Hot. Trail. He's got a path of flames. This could be big for Demonic, but it looks like he didn't have his 3 up. If he hits that, oh man, does not, but it gets a lot of damage off here. Agni still has a bracer, however. Demonic still has his. Oh. Nah. Oh. Oh, why didn't he do 2 then 3 there? Damn. I guess he really wasn't confident that he'd have enough time to pull out both, and he just wanted to force him away. If he was able to get both out, that could have definitely been the turn that he needed. But regardless, still a good look for Demonic. He's looking a lot better. If he can, bring a couple more engagements like that and really start to bridge the gap.
Volleyball is just a really intense version of don't let the balloon touch the floor.
What? I hate the skin. Divine Ruin opted into very early here from Naji. He's going to get a nice amount of pen from that. He doesn't need to rush into Obsidian here. He's kind of in the position where he can like luxuriously go into this without worrying that he's wasting valuable time that he could be getting more damage online. Wow, all right, missed both those shots. Yeah, Agni ult does take him on, yeah. I feel like that's another thing that's forgotten a lot.
Sneak attack.
Nice shot. Like I said, Demonic's playing this a lot better this time around. As I say that. Both going very similar builds here. I wonder what Demonic's gonna head into. He just needs to be able to get the a solid Clay Soldiers explosion setup on Naji, but one big problem that he's been facing, has been he's been setting it up a little bit like prematurely. He would be putting the Clay Soldiers out before he has the 3 available, or from a little bit too far away. And the other issue is that Naji's just killing the Clay Soldiers immediately with his 2. What's his 2 called? Not Path Flames. It's the other one. Anyway, yeah. That's a big big problem. He's just stuffing the ability right in his face, melting the clay soldiers, and leaving demonic society just grasping at straws. He's going for Gem of ISO now. Oh, he will pick this up. I would hate to see that get lost there. I think he'll be able to be fine and get out of here. Yeah. See, here's the thing about Nuwa. I just feel like she can't turn fights well enough. Wow, just avoids the two there. The Flame Wave. Oh wow, it's such an easy ability name too. Just avoids that. It's been a very back and forth game despite such a large lead for Naji. He's going for it though. Ult comes out very nice. Oh, but Naji doesn't care. Wow, very nice that he was able to keep his one out. Imagine it killed him along the path there. That would have been fantastic. Nothing was available for Demonic. That was a good attempted defense there, but Naji, he was just on point there. Recognized exactly what he needed to do in that situation and took him out. That tower for Naji's been completely untouched. Shield of Thorns opted into here for Demonic, whereas Naji really feeling himself went the blink.
Can I get an Amaterasu game for YouTube?
Can.
When I got more to spare, you'll be first person I sub. You're a legend.
Oh shit! Thank you so much, Elevated. You're the best. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Man. Yeah, so this blink is, obviously super aggressive, and almost definitely not optimal either. I wonder if he, would have gone this if he wasn't so far ahead already. Oh wow, really prematurely popped that Shield of Thorns here, and he's just not doing enough damage right now. Demonic's just getting eaten alive, and that Bracer not up yet, ends up surrendering. Naji taking this tournament by storm. First Cosmos, then Chaotic, now Demonic. Finds himself in winners finals versus the winner of Jabber and Hawken.